The Whale is a very contained story that focuses on one man in one space, but it deals with big ideas like guilt, honesty, and the need for connection. The film isn't really about Charlie's weight on its own. His body is a result of deeper emotional pain, loss, and choices he made in the past. Almost everything happens inside his apartment, which makes the story feel personal and trapped at the same time. The film opens with Charlie in his apartment, teaching an online writing class. His camera is off, and he refuses to show his face to his students. He struggles to breathe, to move, and even simple tasks feel difficult. Around him, we see evidence of his lifestyle, junk food, clutter, and the same repeated routine. He orders pizza regularly, but never meets the delivery driver. Everything is done in a way that avoids direct human contact. Charlie's decision to keep his camera off immediately tells us how he sees himself. He isn't just physically hidden, but emotionally closed off. The apartment becomes a symbol of his isolation. It isn't just where he lives, but where he has chosen to stay, cutting himself off from the outside world. His routine shows that he isn't trying to change his situation. Instead, he has accepted it, almost like he is waiting for the end. A missionary named Thomas suddenly enters Charlie's life. He claims he wants to help and save him, approaching the situation from a religious perspective. Charlie listens, but it is clear that he is uncomfortable and not interested in what Thomas is offering. Thomas represents a kind of help that comes with assumptions. He believes Charlie's problem is spiritual, but he doesn't take the time to understand Charlie as a person. This creates a disconnect. The film shows that not all help is useful, especially when it ignores the real issue. Charlie doesn't need someone to save him in a religious sense. He needs understanding and emotional connection. Liz arrives and takes care of Charlie. She checks on his health, brings him food, and urges him to go to the hospital. Charlie refuses, saying he can't afford treatment. Despite knowing the damage it causes, Liz continues to bring him unhealthy food. Liz genuinely cares about Charlie, but her actions are complicated. She's helping him survive in the moment, but also contributes to his decline. This shows how care can become complex when emotions are involved. She respects his choices, even when those choices are harmful. Charlie's daughter Ellie arrives after years of no contact. Their relationship is clearly broken. Ellie is angry, distant, and often cruel, while Charlie is patient and hopeful. He offers her all the money he has saved if she agrees to spend time with him. Charlie's actions are driven by guilt. He believes he failed as a father and is trying to make up for it in the only way he knows how. However, offering money shows that he still doesn't fully understand what Ellie needs. Ellie's behavior, on the other hand, reflects deep emotional pain. Her anger comes from feeling abandoned and hurt. Ellie agrees to spend time with Charlie, but only if he does her homework. At the same time, Charlie encourages her to write honestly in a notebook he gives her. He places a strong emphasis on truth in writing. Writing becomes a key symbol in the film. For Charlie, honesty is more important than skill or structure. He believes that truth is what gives writing meaning. This idea reflects how he sees life as well. Even though he has made mistakes, he values honesty as something pure and important, especially in a world where people often hide their real feelings. Liz confronts Thomas and reveals more about Charlie's past. Charlie was in a relationship with a man named Alan, who was also Liz's brother. Alan struggled with religious guilt and eventually died. After this loss, Charlie turned to eating as a way to cope with his grief. This scene explains the root of Charlie's condition. His weight is tied to emotional pain. Eating becomes a way to avoid dealing with loss. Alan's story also highlights how damaging shame and rejection can be, especially when someone feels they can't be accepted for who they are. Charlie's current state is the result of years of unresolved grief. Ellie drugs Charlie by putting pills in his food, knocking him out. She then manipulates Thomas into confessing his past mistakes and secretly records him. Her actions are calculated and harsh. Ellie's behavior shows how pain can change a person. Instead of expressing her hurt directly, she turns it into control and manipulation. She exposes others as a way of dealing with her own feelings. This doesn't excuse her actions, but it helps explain them. Charlie's ex-wife Mary visits, and they argue about the past. She's still angry about his decision to leave her and their daughter. Charlie admits that he followed love, even though it caused a lot of damage. This scene presents a complicated truth. Charlie made a choice based on love, but that choice had serious consequences. The film doesn't present him as completely right or wrong. Instead, it shows that real-life decisions are messy. Love doesn't always lead to happiness, and sometimes it comes with loss and regret. The pizza delivery driver finally sees Charlie in person. His reaction is shock and discomfort, and he quickly leaves. This moment shows how the outside world reacts to Charlie. After hiding for so long, being seen becomes a painful experience. It reflects how society often reacts to people who look different, focusing on appearance instead of humanity. For Charlie, this reinforces his decision to stay hidden. Charlie has a binge-eating episode, completely losing control. Afterward, he sends an emotional message to his students, telling them to forget the assignment and just write something honest. This is one of Charlie's lowest moments physically, but it also reveals his core belief. Even when everything else is falling apart, he still values honesty. It shows that while he has lost control over his body, he's still holding on to something meaningful. Thomas returns and says his family has forgiven him. He tries once again to connect everything to religion, but Charlie becomes frustrated and tells him to leave. Charlie rejects the idea that his life and pain can be simply explained. This moment shows his frustration with people who try to reduce complex experiences into a simple answer. The film suggests that real pain doesn't always have an explanation or a solution. Charlie turns on his webcam for the first time, revealing himself to his students. Their reactions vary, but Charlie stays calm. He tells them that honesty matters more than school or grades, then ends the class by breaking his laptop. This is a major turning point. Charlie chooses to be seen, even though he fears judgment. It is an act of vulnerability. Destroying the laptop symbolizes letting go of the barrier between himself and the world. He's no longer hiding behind a screen. Ellie becomes angry after failing an assignment. Charlie reveals that he submitted an essay she wrote years ago about Moby Dick. He believes it is the most honest piece of writing he has ever read. The essay represents honesty and truth. Charlie sees it as proof that Ellie has something genuine inside her, even if she hides it. The reference to Moby Dick also connects to the idea of obsession and struggle, reflecting Charlie's own life. The essay becomes a symbol of hope and redemption. As Charlie is about to die, he asks Ellie to read the essay out loud. When she does, Charlie stands up and walks toward her, something he has struggled to do before. As she finishes reading, they share a quiet moment of connection. Then Charlie rises into a bright white light. The ending can be interpreted in different ways. The light may represent death, peace, or emotional release. What matters most is that Charlie finally reaches Ellie. He's no longer hiding, and for a brief moment, they understood each other. The Whale is a simple story, but it deals with deep emotional ideas. It shows how people carry guilt, how they try to fix the past, and how important it is to feel seen. In the end, Charlie's story isn't about his body, but about his need for honesty, connection, and some form of peace before it's too late. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.